Hello everyone, and this is CNFunnyJon doing his first ever Thursday throwback. Today's throwback will actually be doing something that I did like 2 years ago, which is reviewing the programming that they actually had on a certain kids block. And today we're going to focus on Fox Kids. I'm actually a part of Generation Fox Kids, even though it's been dissolved since 12 years actually. So yeah, it's kind of horrible how it is and how it went. But anyways, for people who don't know what Fox Kids is, Fox Kids was actually a kids block that existed from 1994 to 1994 all the way until 2002, where if I have to summarize it in just a few little words without having to go into a big, oh my god, we would actually say Disney, Big Monopoly, Hayam Saban's, Jerk, Left, Rain, and Fox Family, good but underestimated. That's all I'm going to say about the whole entire thing that occurred. For anyone who actually wants to look it up, go right ahead. Look it up. You'll find the shocking truth behind it. Anyways, so I basically remember it 1994, but because I was moving around. I was a baby in 1990. And in 1991, I went to Georgia and spent a year and a half. And then I actually finally ended up in Florida, which basically starts the whole entire thing. So let's get started. Attack of the Killer Tomato. Well, this is the 1990 line. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, which I'm like, wait a minute, what? Wow, so that's interesting though. So apparently, which I thought Attack of the Killer Tomatoes started in 1997, it looks like Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was 1990 to 1991, which it was a very interesting show. I wish I knew the ending. One thing I'm really would be interested to watch is just because I remember there's a character that was a girl and she was actually human, but she was also tomato, which I would like to see how the ending for her happened. But anyways, I guess we could have kind of told, but luckily since analog was not as impressive as we have today, you couldn't really tell that it was actually a real old TV show. Alright, the next one is Bobby's World. Bobby's World is very good. I enjoyed it when I was little. Sadly, I tried to look at it a few months ago, and it was just too kid-like, and I had no patience for it, which it kind of sucks, but yeah, that's how it worked. But Bobby's World is a very good show. I would definitely say, hey, you should get your kid to watch it. But anyways, next up is Funhouse, aka Fox Funhouse, which I bet I will talk about it later. But I remember Funhouse, and I don't remember it exactly. I just remembered from all the promos is that there was a polar bear, there was a skunk, that's some cheesy lines that made kids laugh, I guess. Next up is Peter Pan and the Pirates, which I don't remember that whatsoever, but hey, it's from 1990. It's like not even, it rerun in 1996 and 1997 and in Fox Family. So, okay, I don't know. I was really a big Peter Pan fan either. Pigsburg Pigs. I don't know. Yeah. All it says here is that it was actually part of that whole buyout thing, which kind of sucked. Yeah. Way to go, Sabans. Yeah, I'm trying to do something. I'm not trying to start anything. Okay, anyways. Next up is Swamp Thing. Wow, Swamp Thing looks quite... It looks quite cartoon-esque, or it just looks like comic-like. Something very, very interesting. And oh wow, it only had 5 episodes. Ooh, man. Yeah, no idea if that's going to be resurrected or not. Next is Tom and Jerry Kids. Whoa. Yeah, I kind of remember this. It's kind of weird that we don't even see this on Cartoon Network anymore, because Cartoon Network's been actually keeping it. Yeah, they've been keeping it. Oh, they did it. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay, so Boomerang might have it. And I don't know. But you would figure that since they are all about keeping old things, keeping their ties with Hanna-Barbera because they were stupid. Yeah. Zazu U. I don't know what this is. I can't actually tell from any pictures. I should actually look it up and see what it is, if they do have any pictures. Oh, Sazuzu, they do have pictures of it. I only remember it, so yeah. Good news is that you can just look up any of these titles I have, or I might actually put some in there if you want. But that'll come in a later date. Yeah, so stay tuned to this video and look it up and then all that stuff, or you can just figure out how to spell it. Alright, anyways. 1991, they got Beetlejuice, but they only got season 4. Season 4 only, which is kind of like, what? They only got season 4? How the frig does that work? Okay, anyways, next is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures, which, I mean, I saw the movie. I was a teenager when I actually rented and saw the movie. Yeah, so, yeah. Little Dracula. Little Dracula. Oh, it looks kind of stupid. It looks really stupid. Yeah, so things I'm going to list is not going to really be like something I'm going to actually have any knowledge of. Next is Little Shop, or Little Shop of Horrors, and it's a French-American series. Alright, next is Tasmania. I remember that one. Yeah, I do remember this one. And it's similar to Animaniacs. It actually has 65 episodes, 102 segments. And then they also showed that Taz has a family. He has a sister, a dedicated mom, a easygoing dad, a little brother. I already said sister. And he has an uncle. And they have a pet turtle. And then you have all the other characters. Oh, Bugs came in there. Daffy came in there. Yosemite Sam. Daffy and Yosemite Sam was voiced by the same character. Foghorn Leghorn, Sam Sheepdog, and Marvin the Martian were all in there. Wow. I do remember this one because in 1994, which it says 1991 to 1995, I remember this one, and they had a song called Just About Taz, and I was like, okay. I think I might have watched it, but I didn't really was truly interested in it. Next up is Dark Water, or Pirates of Dark Water. And this one actually was a Hanna-Barbera. And it seems like it came on ABC and in syndication something. It has 21 episodes. Oh, it has two series in one episode, 21 episodes. That's interesting. And it seems like the series was never completed, ending abruptly after 21 episodes, with only 8 of the 13 treasures collected. Jeez. I would like to know what happened on this one, and this one might actually be one I'm not gonna look at it. Yeah. That's what kind of gets screwed over, is the fact that I don't really want to look at it if it's not complete. And it looks like in August 31st, 2010, it was released as the Hanna-Barbera's collection, Classics collection. And it seems like there's no reason given why it didn't actually finish, which to me it seems like it would be actually a good show to watch. Too bad it didn't get enough press to actually get them to do it. Next is Merrily Melodies starring Bugs Bunny and Friends. Which sadly, when I clicked on it, it just takes me to Looney Tunes. So I guess that's what basically it is. It's just Looney Tunes repackaged. Alright, 1992, you have Alvin and the Chipmunks from 1992 to 1993. And it's just reruns from their show way back when, from 1983 to 1990. So let's see, this one. So it looks like they have two different TV shows, and it looks like from 1993 to 2001, Cartoon Network actually did this package, and it looks like it's now in Canada. Yeah, and it got canceled, it says, in 1990. So yeah, if you want to see this one in full detail, go to Canada and you'll get to see it. Next one is Batman the Animated Series. This one I kind of can remember, because I remember I was in daycare and there was an upstairs and downstairs. I remember being upstairs and seeing the ending of it. That's how well I remember. Yeah. So, yeah, this is basically the one that will continue on since all the way to 1995. And I remember that it was a big deal in 1996 to see Sub-Zero, and I couldn't watch it along with many other boys, or many other my pals back then, because we actually went to a camping trip, and I actually had my mom. I begged my mom to tape it for me while I was gone, and she taped it, and I kind of, without her permission, brought it to school so everyone else can watch it too. So yeah. And if you ask, where's the tape today? I don't know. There's like so many tapes that I'm missing that I don't know where they are. All the Pokemon tapes I have, nowhere to be found. They're most likely packed somewhere, but I don't know where. Well, anyways, Fox Network. I technically think this was on WB too, for some reason. And it also talks about the whole Batman Mask of Phantasm. My dad's favorite movie, apparently. And let's see. Of course, you have animation adaptations. Of course, we all know that this was all these tracks that was in this was actually used in the video game. We all know that. So let's see. It says the Hub broadcast this in 2011. A network aired a 10-episode marathon series, and coincidence to the Dark Knight, and etc. etc. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just gonna finish it and just say they have so many awards from it. Next is Defenders of Dynatron City. Never heard of that. Excuse me. Yeah, it looks like it's a video. Oh, it is a video game. So it's just a special. That's what it really was. It was just a special. Oh, it was. So apparently it was just a pilot episode that was claimed as a special. And I guess since it didn't do well in the first place, or they didn't actually get someone to do it, it was just a special only. And let's see. Also, it became a comic, a 6-issue comic from Marvel in 1992 in February. Alright, next is Dog City. I remember Dog City. I kind of remember that one. Excuse me. Basically because, yeah, November 26, 1994 is where it ended. And, first. Oh, yeah. I thought it was like puppets, like. Yeah, and it looks like Jim Henson actually did this animated series. And yeah, TV Hour, and yeah, the pilot, characters, and I should actually. So it looks like it has three. Yeah, so it had like three seasons, and it had 31 episodes. And let's see, is there anything else that needs to be known? It looks like there was a DVD released, and you can find it on Amazon Video on Demand. Oh, episodes of season 3. And they also had 2 VHSs. And right now, I can't tell you where you can find it, but chances are, I bet you can find it on the internet. I'm gonna even look right now to see. Dog City. Oh, you can find the opening of Dog City. Is that a credit? Oh, wait. Dailymotion. Dailymotion's always the best one. So I might actually watch the first episode of Dog City. That's going to be on my to-do list today. As long as it doesn't start, I'm okay. Alright, so yes, Dog City. I remember Dog City. I do remember that one. Eek the Cat. Oh my gosh. Eek the Cat, and it later got entitled Extravaganza in 1994. But Eek the Cat, I remember it, but I remember it as Extravaganza. I know you can find this, definitely find this on YouTube. And what really drawed me in is basically you have Eek the Cat. He's a purple cat, and he basically is in love with this pink, fat, let's say Rotond. Rotond is a better name. So yeah, she's Rotond, and he was in love with her. I don't really know what happened at the end, but anyways, there's a dog that looks kind of like a shark, and his name is Shark, and he always chased around Eek the Cat. I always hated that character, and he always caused panic and everything. And I think there was also some people too. Yeah, there's some people. Oh yeah, there was people who owned Eek. Yeah. Just like what it says right here is that they list the terrible thunder lizards, which they even got their own show, which I was like, whoa. Because they did deserve their own show. They did. So it looks like he had 5 seasons. He had 63 episodes. And yeah, the terrible thunder lizards got their own TV show as well. But it wasn't shown on Fox Kids. They actually showed it on Fox Family. So that's why it's not going to even be on this list. But Eek the Cat, man, I love Eek the Cat. I most likely will put links down below for some of these TV shows. Next is George of the Jungle, which this is George of the Jungle from 1967. And the crazy part is that in 2007, like it says there, I remember they recreated George of the Jungle, but he looked quite stupid, so yeah. Oh yes, I remember this Ghost Rider. Yeah, so Ghost Rider apparently was trying to get on Fox Kids, but sadly, they only just got the pilot on there. And as for how did it get on TV, even though it wasn't on Fox Kids, they actually went to PBS. I think that's what they did. Went to PBS, and they basically had nice time together. And they had 3 seasons, 74 episodes. I think they did good. I remember the Gum Monster. That's the only thing I can remember. The final episode aired in February 13, 1995. It's a revolt. Yeah. I wonder. Yeah, I'm like one of the ones who is a big jerk and say, you know what? Oh, wait. Let me just say this. In 2010, they actually printed out season 1. And guess who had it? Shout Factory. Yeah. After cancellation and a new Ghost Rider Mysteries. So, but it was canceled after the first season due to low ratings. Man, dang. Ah, that's what I wanted. Ghost Rider's identity. In 2010, Ghost Rider was the ghost of a runaway slave during the American Civil War. He taught the other slaves how to read and write and was killed by slaves catchers and their dogs. His soul kept in the book that Jamal first discovered in the pilot episode, and when Jamal opened the book, he was freed. Ah, that's what I wanted. So that means that the interview, yeah, you had to see it in the interview because they didn't actually tell it in the episode, the final episode. Wow, that's crazy. So yes, if you don't remember Ghost Rider, I even have a book of Ghost Rider. Yeah, I swear, if I actually read it and the freaking ghost comes out, I'm gonna burn that book. I'm gonna seriously burn it. I'm gonna go freaking supernatural on it. Gonna burn it, get some holy water, freaking burn that crap. Burn the freaking book. Do what freaking Harry Potter did with that journal. Well, he didn't burn it, but still. Okay, next is Mighty Mouse, The New Adventures. Which, this was 1987, and they actually did a rerun of it in November 1992. And it looks like it had 2 seasons and 19 episodes, but 48 segments. Alright, next is Solar Man. That's interesting. Solar Man. And you can't even tell what Solar Man is because he doesn't even have a photo of himself. But it looks like Solar Man was a superhero that ran briefly in his own 1987 title from Marvel Comics, which they basically just had a special, like it says right here. This pilot aired as a special on Fox Kids, however, the show never picked up. Despite scripts by Stan Lee, this comic book lasted only 2 issues. So it looks like to me that Solar Man could actually be something that they could actually use. Homer, come on, man. But Solar Man is a teenager, Benjamin Tucker, who dreams on becoming an artist for Marvel Comics, even though his Los Angeles gym owner father wants him to be a jock. A blue-skinned alien cyborg warlord named Commander Crawl tries to use his technology to drain energy from the Earth's sun with his white beard-headed scientist Shahan. Refuses and flees to Earth with Crawl circlets of power, which he gives to Ben along with a helpful little robot. I guess it says helpful little robot boy that beeps or is beepy. Thereafter, Ben can expose the circlet, which is worn on his wrist as a bracelet and cannot be removed, to the sunlight and transfer into a golden-haired adult Solar Man, which possesses superhuman power, capable of supersonic flight and survival in deep space, and control light, heat, and any form of energy, although his weakness is that his powers would fade without constant exposure to the sun, causing him to revert to his powerless teenager form. Wow. So yeah, looks like Marvel has something they could use someday as a Avenger. Secret Solar Man, secret agent or something. Well, anyways, next is Super Dave, Daredevil for Hire. And it looks like, yet again, there's no picture because he wasn't really that good. And it looks like he has only 1 season, 13 episodes, plus the pilot / special. And yeah, that's all I can tell you. I guess I'll type it in and see what it is. Type it in and see if it actually rings a bell to anyone, which it looks like it does. And it looks like I said, YouTube has it, which it looks like I'm going to post this up. Yeah, I'm going to post this up. Post all these up. 1 second while I just make sure I have all my ducks in a row, because, hey, you guys need to get some answers, need to see a face without having to be like, oh, I have to research this, I have to look it up. What kind of guy is this? Make me do homework even though we're not in school anymore. Yeah, no fret. I have like a few of them down here without names. Okay, next is Tiny Toons Adventures. I remember this one. I remember this actually come on Nickelodeon too. So it lasted in 1992 to 1995. The Looney Tunes series. Apparently, it started as a primetime Looney Beginnings, a pilot episode in 1990, and it looks like the last season was aired on Fox Kids. The series ended in favor of the Animaniacs. However, 2 specials were produced in 1994, and it looks like that last year in July, Tiny Toons actually is now on the Hub. Yes. Also, you know that last year and the year before that, Vortex actually used the Halloween episode when it came to Halloween. And I didn't see this one before. The Plucky Duck Show. Wow, a Plucky Duck Show, and it was a spin-off. 1 minute, let me just... Got 13 episodes. Okay, and after the show was canceled, the Back Duck episode was edited somewhat and added it to the Tiny Toons Adventures. Okay, so yeah, even Plucky Duck tried to do his own spin-off and it failed. Backfired, or he at least got to see 1 season. Yeah, I mean, at least it's better than a few other ones that actually only got like 2 episodes and didn't even hit the season. Anyways, next is Xmen. Oh, I remember Xmen. Apparently, Xmen debuted on Halloween. On Halloween 1992. Wow. And it's just crazy how it is. And Xmen was Marvel's Comics' second attempt at an animated X-Men TV series after the pilot X-Men Pryde of the X-Men was not picked up. Wow. And of course, it had 5 seasons. It had 76 episodes. And it looks like Pryde of the X-Men, I think it's a videotape. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to look this up. Which, if you want to look at X-Men, all you have to do is just go to Marvel.com and they have it. I remember it because I looked that up. And, they do have it on here on YouTube. But for some reason, my stupid freaking computer loved to just say, oh, you want it big? I'm like, I just want to click it to stop. You want it big now? No, I don't want it big. I just want it to stop. I'm just trying to copy and paste. That's all. Well, anyways. Yeah, you got X-Men. This is like the first X-Men series, but apparently this is the second attempt. Which is kind of weird, but hey, whatever. Anyways, X-Men survived from 1992. It started and ended in 1997. Yep, and then later it got another show called X-Men Evolutions, and it was featured in WWB. Wow, it's not wrestling. WB, sorry. Animaniacs, I think, actually was in WB. Oh, wait, sorry. This is 1993 we're starting on. This is something I'll truly try to remember, or be able to remember. Anyways, Animaniacs. It started in 1993 and ended in 1995. Wow, that's a short reign. And it looks like they had 5 seasons. Oh, I bet chances are they had just... Oh, so I see what happened. But anyways, it has 99 episodes in all. Wow, one short to being 100, even though you could say the movie about his hay penny. I remember that one. I was sick in bed, and that was like 1997. Yeah, his hay penny crap. And Wacko's Wish, that's what it's called. I hate that episode. I hate that movie. That movie sucked. You know why it sucked? He got one wish. And the one wish, and I'm sorry for people who didn't see it, but this is how stupid it is. His one wish is that he gets 2 hay pennies, not just one. Instead of being like, I wish for 1 million hay pennies, he wishes for 2. Just 2. So, idiot, it seems like it's more selfish than even being generous. I mean, it seems like he was going to save them all, but yeah, it's just, yeah, it really gives me a headache right now. But anyways, Animaniacs was first aired in Fox Kids for 2 years, and then newer episodes appeared on the WB. That's what I thought. As of Kids WB in 1995 and 1998. And one featured film, Wacko's Wish. Yep, I just mentioned that. And apparently reruns aired in Cartoon Network, Boomerang, Nickelodeon, Nicktoons. And since the timeline, it looks like Hub Network and Teletoons Retro actually had it. Yeah, they actually have them aired, I guess. Yeah, I think they most likely still have them aired. So if you want to watch Animaniacs, you can find their DVDs, or you can watch the Hub, or if you're in Canada, Teletoons Retro. And September 24, 2013, I think it's best to just say that this one actually was listed among the 60 greatest TV shows of all time. Wow. I mean, he had this cuckoo doctor, which the doctor was cool, and you had this nurse. Yeah, and I do have a favorite episode, which I don't really know exactly what it was, but yeah. Okay, next up is Count de Clue Mysteries Castle, which it doesn't even have a page. That's how messed up it is. It doesn't even have a page. And it looks like you get to see end credits. I'm going to keep digging a little bit more. Yeah, you're only able to see the end credits of this one. Wow. I guess you can say that's how horrible it was. It was so horrible that no one really wants to remember this. But anyways, next is Droopy, Master Detective. And this was actually part of Tom and Jerry Kids. And chances are, I bet this is Tom and Jerry Kids, the one that I was talking about in 1990, right? Yep, 1990. So, Droopy the Detective, Hanna-Barbera with Turner Entertainment. It was a spin-off. It was dropped on schedule. So, it was dropped from it on January 1994. Months later, the series aired on weekday afternoons in August and September 1994. And it looks like it actually had one season, like, at least you got one season. And 13 episodes, 39 segments. Yeah. If you don't know who Droopy is, it's sad. It's sad that you don't know who Droopy is. You should be ashamed of yourself if you don't know who Droopy is. Next one is the Incredible Crash Dummies, which I don't even remember this one. Yeah, I don't remember. It's a TV special, which is kind of cool. And apparently there's something called Dummy Land, which I bet Slappy would be king of Dummy Land. Yeah, seriously, he would be king. He would be freaking king. I'm trying to look for it, which I think I found it. Yeah, I found it, so you guys get to actually watch this one too. Man, I'm getting some good gems today. But still, I remember that The Incredible Crash Dummies was actually redone. I mean, it was not really redone. It was more like the fact that freaking Foxbox was like, let's get some shorts in here. And Incredible Crash Dummies was one where they were like, ooh, yeah, we should do it. Okay, next is Lost in Dino World. And this was just a special. And the craziest part about this is that Dino World doesn't even have a freaking page either. Which It's kind of crazy. You actually can see, you can actually get the DVD, and there's like even so I don't know what's the deal with the people who are doing this whole entire thing. I mean, I'm just using one site, and this website, yeah, they don't really care. It's like they don't really care. It's like if it was popular enough, yeah, it gets to have an episode. If it isn't popular enough, you actually don't get bull crap. Anyways, and it was just a special, so I guess I can understand why the specials don't really get a page. And if they did get a page, well, the page is lengthy. Anyways, next up is the one that I definitely remember, and if I didn't remember, somehow I must have like got into a car accident, which I did get a car accident, and it damaged my brain. But the next up is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is something that really put freaking Fox Kids on the map. This is what actually made them stand out. Really stand out. It was like crazy. So yeah, Power Rangers, my gosh. This Power Ranger franchise that was created, which, let me do a side note that even Marvel tried to get into Power Rangers once before. Yeah, so when they were trying to get into Power Rangers, all they were doing was just saying, let's take Battle Fever 5 and we're going to dub voices over it, and that's how we're doing it. Sadly, if that actually worked, we could actually have been getting Super Sentai. But sadly, it didn't work, and it was in the 80s, so yeah. It would have been cool if Marvel actually had possession of Power Rangers. Technically, it wouldn't even be Power Rangers. It would just be Super Sentai dubbed in voice. Which, would it be that bad? I think it wouldn't, but it would definitely look and sound weird. And if you guys don't believe me, go ahead and type it up. Heck, I think even Stan Lee said something about, yeah, later on, Stan Lee actually tried again. I mean, so Marvel tried, then Stan Lee actually tried doing it. And it both failed. And luckily Saban's was there on a freaking... He said that he was he was laying in bed and he was flipping through the 3 channels in Japan. And in one of them, he actually saw Flashman/Changeman. It was one of those, and that is the reason why we got Power Rangers today. Because he was like, oh, I think that would be neat, kids to see. Would like to see. But anyways, yeah, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. 3 seasons. My goodness, why in the world I keep saying series? Yeah, 3 seasons. The first season was the original stock footage from Kaiju Sentai's Ju Ranger. The next one was from Gosei Sentai Dai Ranger. And number 3 was Ninja Sentai Kaku Ranger. So those 3 was used. Sadly, for this 3rd season, I mean, their 3rd season quotations, it was called Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. It only had 10 episodes because, well, they couldn't use the stock footage, all the stock footage, and besides, they basically were stubborn enough to keep the original suits all the way through that, which they were afraid that if they changed the costumes, kids would stop watching, or they'll get confused and stuff. Which, even though after Zeo and everything, you see that they were like, oh, balls, we could have just been doing that and saved money. But anyways, they did what they had to do to keep it alive. Next one is Trolls Christmas Sing-Along, which I actually found it. But sadly, it's not on... Yeah, it's not even on... They don't even have a page for it. Let me check to see if it was a special. Yeah, it was a special. So I'm going to put that link down below, and you can get to watch that as well. So yeah, we got some good collection going on here. Alright, next up is 1994. And this is 1994 all the way to 1998 now. This is their real reign. This is where they really reigned in everything. Okay, the first one is AJ's Time Travelers. And sadly, AJ Time Travelers doesn't even have a page on here. So I have no choice but to continue on and click and see what we got here. And the good news is that I found a few. The sad thing is that it looks like it's from the 80s. But luckily someone did have it on here and you get to watch it down below. Even though I'm a master of what I've seen, sadly that's one of the TV shows I didn't see. Yeah, so chances are if we had the thing for it, we actually would get to see why I don't remember it. Which chances are, there's like some things I didn't really care to watch. The next one is Christopher the Christmas Tree. Wow. And I found it on YouTube, like I said. If you want to watch it, you can just find it on YouTube. And it looks like while it's on YouTube... Oh, I see. So it's a commercial. Yeah, it's a commercial. True Jackson? Oh, holy crap. Yeah, holy crap. You basically have... Let me just check. Let me just check to see if it really is. Yeah, it is. So, it looks like... Yeah, this is from Canada. Okay, so it was recorded in Canada. Alright. Because I was like, True Jackson. True Jackson is... Is True Jackson still on... I think True Jackson got canceled. Like, True Jackson... Okay, next up is... Fox Clubhouse. They actually were able... Well, it says Fox Clubhouse, not Fox Clubhouse. So, I think it meant to say Clubhouse, but they said Clubhouse instead. Well, anyways. Next is Jim Henson. It's Fox Clubhouse, and they had many things. So, with this, they basically have Jim Henson's Animal Show and with Stinky and Jake. And it was a part of it. Johnson and Friends, Rimba's Island, Britov, Magician Adventures of Muffy. Also, Budgie, the little helicopter, and Bananas in Pajamas. Oh, that was a part of them? Man, that was a big fad. That was a big freaking fad. And I'm shocked that they don't even have... I am shocked where they don't even have a picture of Bananas in Pajamas. I even have one of those. Yeah. I mean, I had freaking Barney. I had Barney. I also had Bananas in Pajamas. Those are ones that actually had... Yeah, I actually had those two. Barney got beaten the freak up. Bananas in Pajamas actually looks good. I mean, someone could actually, who's a collector, could actually sell them. But anyways, I mean, could buy them. But anyways, Bananas in Pajamas, that was a big fad. Yeah, this one deserves, Bananas in Pajamas deserves to be on the whole thing that you should watch. So, hold on while I just do this. Yeah, they had a freaking catchy song too, and look at that. Holy crap. They had a season... They had a season 6. Man, you gotta admit, that is freaking holy crap. They had a season 6. Yeah, I had a season freaking 6. I mean, dang, season 6. I'm not going to actually put the intro, only the intro, because if I give you only the intro, you're going to have that song for days in your head. But yes, I remember Bananas in Pajamas. I do remember that one. Yeah, I do remember that. I remember how catchy it is. It's like, yeah, that's like one of the big things. This was technically Teletubbies before anything. Yeah, this was Teletubbies before Teletubbies got big. Yeah, this is like one proof to say, hey, yeah, Teletubbies, yeah, they're able to be big. Of course, all the ones I mentioned, Jim Henson's Animal Show, uh that doesn't have a page, and Rima's Island doesn't have a page either. So yeah. And plus, I don't really give a darn about those, so I'm sorry for being very, very cruel, but yeah. Next is Grunt and Punt. And Grunt and Punts doesn't have a thing at all. And it looks like NFL has a Grunt and Punt one, and yeah, so it looks like you can't really find what Grunt and Punt was. So whoever knows what Grunt and Punt is, lucky for you. Lucky. Okay, let's see what's next. Life with Louie. I remember this. Life with Louie actually was a part of Fox Kids and was the only show that actually... Yeah, the only show that actually joined up with other TV shows that was on Sunday, like Hank Hill, King of the Hill, The Simpsons, and yeah. So, Life with Louie, I'm shocked that it only made it. Yeah, but it looks like right here it says the first 2 episodes were aired in prime time. He had 6 seasons and he had 39 episodes. Yeah, this one I respect, but not so much to actually say, here's a link, take a look at it. I'm sorry, that wasn't right. But that's exactly how I was. Anyways, next is Magic School Bus. The Magic School Bus, which actually was on PBS. But the pilot was aired in 1994 as a special. Let me just check something out. Yeah, it just said PBS mostly, and it looks like, yeah, it mentioned Fox, but it doesn't mention the whole 1994 thing. Okay, so, yeah. Sorry, I'm doing 2 things at once now. I really need to help Homer out, which I don't care. I'm just enjoy doing this stuff. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna go by this one. It's that Magic School Bus aired as a pilot, as a special in 1994, and then it basically got taken by PBS. It was taken by PBS. PBS did it all the way to 1994 to 1998, I guess, and then they were able to get the reruns from 1998 to 2002, which, yeah, I remember they even in 2002 had it. It was like, wow. All right. Of course, the next one is Spider-Man. Spider-Man the animated series, 1994 to 1998. Oh man, this has a dark story behind it. But anyways, I remember actually getting the promo. Heck, I still have the promo of it beginning, and I actually caught it on my phone. I put it on my phone. I caught it, and well, I don't know. It was something about whole fees and crap if I put it on from my phone to the internet. So, yeah, chances are you can't find this promo I have. But you can find lots and lots of episodes. I can tell you that. You can find lots of episodes on YouTube. This does deserve me to put it down below, but I'm not going to do it. Anyways. Well, anyways, it says here that in 2004, May 2006, 2004, wow, I mean, this year, a few days ago, actually 9 days ago, Disney XDs, who has freaking all the freaking Spider-Man series, so you can't see crap except for Spectacular Spider-Man, which that's not that bad, But yeah, they have all of them, and because of Amazing Spider-Man 2, they actually rerun it, even though you can't find it on the schedule. But anyways, yeah, this is a good one. And if you do want to have this series in CD form or DVD form, you actually have to order it from Britain. Yeah, you have to order it from Britain. And here's the crazy part right here. Its ultimate cancellation after 65 episodes was not due to rating trouble, but a disagreement between executive producer Avi Arad and the network head Margaret Loach. I guess that's how to say her name. Even then, it had a big patent industry, and etc., etc., etc. It's like, yes, so, did you just hear me? It said ultimate cancellation. So that means that, ladies and gentlemen, we have Avi Arad, who freaking did Spider-Man 3, and some guy who actually can tell you more about this. But, yeah, apparently he didn't not only screw Spider-Man 3 over, he actually screwed this series over. So he's been screwing things even before Spider-Man 3. So yeah, that was kind of messed up. Really, really messed up. And Margaret actually now works at Hub. So she, after freaking Saban's made her lose her job, she actually now works at Hub. So that's where you can find her. Anyway, Spider-Man animated series was the best one I ever seen. Screw 1967. I don't even give a darn to try to look back at it and say, maybe I was wrong about it. Nah, screw it. Anyways, we have The Tick. And The Tick came out in September 10, 1994. And its final episode aired in November 24th, 1996. And it's been on syndication a few. And it looks like it actually it did have a live series that was created in 2001, but it didn't do so good. And that's 36 episodes in all, 3 seasons. You can find this on YouTube. I saw it last year, and I did a marathon on both of them. It looks like, I was about to say, I thought they were, it looks like the co-producers of The Tick actually did the Avenger Brothers. Wow, that's crazy. Well, it does make sense. Hold on. Okay, yeah, so next is the Thunderbirds. And it was reruns from the 1960s show. I remember that when he's like, Thunderbirds are go. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. So, after that is Carmen Sandiego. And Carmen Sandiego actually was a other show. Yeah, it was a game show. And then now it turned into a TV show, which I remember, and Deke was the one that I really truly remember. So yeah, they basically brought it aboard in 1994, and it ended in 1998. And they eventually did did reruns on Fox Family. PAX had reruns, and the Worship Network has reruns. You also have the Hub Network who did reruns, and also Cubo, which, yeah, I knew about Cubo. And for anyone who's going to be like, oh, you're going to spoil it for me, I wanted to watch for myself. Well, sorry, guys. I'm not really good at doing it. Well, anyways, yeah, so the final episode, basically you had a thing where you tried to catch Carmen Sandiego, but it was the other dude that was his story was progressing, making him the new Carmen Sandiego, but bigger, and he got caught while Carmen Sandiego still escaped. But this time she's like, holy crap, I kind of might have known, kind of found my father, but he doesn't remember a single thing, so all. And then it's like, seriously, you don't capture her? Yeah, she helped you out, but she did lots of stuff too, and you didn't capture her? Yeah, so for anyone who's going to watch Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego, hoping for her to get captured, don't watch it because she doesn't get captured. Yeah, they did a last moment thing where they actually were like, oh, we should give sympathy for her. Yeah, we shouldn't try to capture her. So, yeah, that's what happened. Alright, next is Red Planet, which I remember Red Planet. And it was a 3-part miniseries that aired in May 1994. I remember it, yeah, and it says right here, it repeated in January 1995 and May 1996. Yes, I remember this one. I technically should. I really should look at this one because it was aired 3 times. And it looks like it was a novel, which I bet lots of people already knew that. Like, dude, it was a novel. It's like, yeah, Red Planet is nothing new. It was a novel. But I bet it was good to see it on the big screen. And it looks like there's a movie. Oh, there's a movie in 2000 that came out. Ooh. Ooh. And it looks like because it was a movie, I can't really find the actual cartoon of this miniseries. Ah, here we go. And we do have someone who did it, but Dumb Fool actually split it in half. Okay, I found a few who actually do have it in complete form. I'll put this down below for anyone who actually want to watch it. And yeah, so we're just going to keep doing this pile up of stuff that people would like to watch if interested. Okay. You know what? I didn't even have breakfast today again. Alright. Alright, now we go to 1995. Alright. And of course we start with Goosebumps. Oh my gosh. I remember when it first aired. I remember I was there. I remember when it first aired. The first episode was aired was not Dead House, the first book. Yeah, the first book. Instead, it was actually the third book, Stay Away from the Basement, where R.L. Stine actually made his first appearance ever. Yeah, so, yeah, it was a good episode, and I think I read the book. Yeah. Yeah, but Goosebumps, my goodness, how it just, yeah, it just did lots of stuff. And of course, it says right here it was filmed in Toronto and Ontario and also a city in Washington. Yeah, it says right here Canada was responsible, not America, Canada. It's just like, oh man, you just start hitting people in the face. But anyways, it had 4 seasons and it had 74 episodes. I could have sworn it was more than that. But anyways, yeah, and it, of course, it says every October from 2007 to 2009. I was able to catch the 2009 one. Cartoon Network actually aired episodes because, well, it was Halloween. And in September 2011, the Hub started airing reruns of this, and that was kind of funny. The fact that it had GB7 and then it turned into TVY7. Warning GB7 would be too spooky for kids under 7. Similar ratings were used on other TV shows. However, the V chip in the US took effect in 1996. Ooh, wow. Yeah, that's not fair. Yeah, that's not fair. Well, anyways, the only thing to say is it's coming out with a movie, boys and girls, and it's going to be Jack Black playing as R.L. Stine, even though you do kind of wish he reprised his role. Yeah, so next up is Clutter, which Clutter seems... Oh, and it's a segment random extravaganza. Uh, yeah, Clutter, I don't give a darn about that one. Yeah, I don't really give a darn. Next up is Mask Rider. I remember Mask Rider. Apparently, it didn't even survive. Yeah. It had one season, but it had 40 episodes. What? What? But anyways, yeah, it kind of started as a thing to help. Yeah, it was kind of shown in a Power Ranger episode. Yeah, it was shown in a Power Ranger episode. He had 2 episodes that he premiered in Power Ranger episode, and then his father was like, Jax, the bad guy is going in Earth. You're going to have to go there and save him. And then that's what happened. I should try to look for the ending, but screw it. Yeah, so anyways, next is Wallace and Gromit, A Grand Day Out. Oh, you actually premiered that? Man. Yeah, I don't remember that. I guess I missed it. Stupid Saturday. Stupid stuff. It almost like it was a T-ball game. Bastard T-ball. Anyways, Wallace and Gromit's A Grand Day Out. That one's easy to find on the internet. And you can actually click on my Wallace and Gromit playlist and you can actually see it. Next is 1996. In 1996, you had something called the Balloon Natics Christmas Without Claus. Without a clause. And it was a special. And sadly, it doesn't even have a... Sadly, it doesn't even have a actual thing. I guess I should actually look at the IBM since they do have one of those. So I'm gonna look at the IBM things and see what it says. Why not? And of course it says director and all that stuff. Okay, here we go. Santa was kidnapped by a couple of unruly villains and the lunatics come to his rescue. That's all that's in there. It says that it was shown in December 14, 1996, and that's all we get. Next is Big Bad Beetleborgs. Oh, I remember that one. Okay, yeah, so anyways, yeah, Big Bad Beetleborgs. Yeah, as soon as Saban's bought them back up, they actually got rid of some on YouTube, but you can find it. Yes, you can find it on YouTube. But actually, you can find it more on Netflix, and they actually did a better job remastering it. Okay, so yeah, UPN. No one knows what UPN is. I got transferred to Power. Oh, so yeah, it figured. Oh, as a part of Power Ranger franchise, the Beetleborgs were transferred to. Oh, so that's how they got him. Oh, okay, so that's how Saban's got him back. Okay, that's cool. Oh, anyways, Big Bad Beetleborgs, if you don't know, it's 3 typical average kids found a haunted mansion. They freed the ghosts and they became Big Bad Beetleborgs because they wished it. And, well, yeah. They also had a 4th guy, but sadly the 4th guy didn't really show up. Yeah, that much. Okay, next is Casper, which on here it says The Spooktacular New Adventures of Casper. And it says it had 4 seasons, 52 episodes, 141 segments. And of course, la 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 la. Chances are, what I think about this is just the fact of they had a movie. As soon as they had a movie out, it was basically, we got a movie, we can freaking rake in crap. So that's why this series came to be. It's because of the movie. And of course, I can't find the movie in particular because, well, anyways, yeah. Sorry, I'm just doing some of this stuff. Okay, next is Bear and Jamal. Wait, Bear and Jamal, I technically wish BET would bring to their kids. But anyways, yeah, 2 seasons and yeah, 13 episodes. Even though it's 2 seasons, holy sh, holy sh. They don't even have a picture of it. Dude, it wasn't that bad. It couldn't be that bad. And apparently, season 1 only had 3 episodes. Whoa. Dude, what the frick? Dude, what the frick, man? Man, that was a good show. Of course, it's like what they say. Some black shows just don't get to have shiny medals that they can show. Well, anyways, I think Bear and Jamal deserve to be listed on my down low. And it looks like there's a DVD. And of course, yes, you're able to find it easily. Sadly, I can't show you the first episode, but I have something close to it. Oh, come on, man. This is sometimes why I dislike this freaking dang computer. Laptop is because they're like, oh, you want the big it up? You want it big? You want to watch the movie big? I just want the copy and paste, man. That's all I want. Copy and paste, dang it. But anyways, yeah, Bear and Jamal, basically you had Tone Loc who voiced Bear, and Jamal is just basically a kid who got a bear and stuff. I guess you could say it's the boy version of Corduroy, but at least the bear actually talks, and the bear is actually cool. Okay, anyways, next up is Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers, which is a mini-series. It's actually had only 10. Yeah, it only had 10 episodes because that's the stock footage that it couldn't use. Yeah, so anyways, yeah. And then after that, Power Ranger Zeo came to be. Yeah, Power Ranger Zeo came to be. Power Ranger Zeo, that was a good one. They even had people... Yeah, so apparently they screened it with a bunch of kids, I guess. And they filmed a bunch of kids. And they filmed the kids saying, it was totally awesome! I love Power Rangers! And everything. So wherever those kids are now, it'd be cool to actually see them now. To actually be like, oh, so you were that kid who actually got to... Yeah. So... Next is Beast Wars, Transformers. This is what I grew up on. So, yeah, with Beast Wars Transformers, or I'm just call it Beast Wars, basically, this came on at 6:30 in the morning. And it was also part of the Power Block, which I don't think they'll actually have detailed stuff about it. But anyways, Beast Wars is a very, very good one. I enjoyed Beast Wars. I really, really enjoy it. When it comes to me choosing either buying a car transformer or animal transformer, I would basically say, give me that animal transformer, because the cars, I wasn't growing up with that. That was in the freaking 80s. 90s are freaking animals. Yeah, 90s you get animals. So it kind of sucked to actually get, yeah, Beast Wars and then Beast Machines. Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you this, but we think you guys suck, and we're going back to cars. I was like, what the hell? Cars? Does this mean eventually we'll get Beast Wars or something like that again? But anyways, Beast Wars was alive in 1996 and ended in 1999. basically after that, Beast Machines followed, but I won't get to that until 1999. Yeah. Anyways, next up is Little Mouse on the Prairie. It looks like Little Mouse on the Prairie actually did well for itself. It looks like it actually has 52 episodes. America and China shaking hands, and technically it says here that it only had one season and that's 26. So it also says in little notes that it actually has 2 episodes in one. So yeah. Yeah, so technically Little Mouse on the Prairie doesn't even have a picture. Even though they can simply just go on, yeah, they can simply go on Google and just search it and say, oh, here it is. I can only find an intro, so I'm sorry, but it looks like this one won't be listed, and I don't think anyone will be crazy enough to actually go to the Chinese website that actually has, it looks like, an episode of it. So yeah, I'm not going to allow you guys to do that. Okay, anyways, next up is 1997, Adventure of Sam and Max, Freelance Police. I don't remember this at all. Oh, now I do. Sam and Max, the freaking dog and a bunny. I was like, I don't remember this. And then, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you also can find Sam and Max premiering on Fox Kids when you have Home Alone 3. Yeah, so if you have Home Alone 3, you actually can see a promo of Max here saying, I got it, I got it. You also can see Louie and all the other ones. Yeah, Goosebumps as well. Also Transylvania. Oh, here we go. Episode 1. Yes, I'm going to watch this too because I wasn't too friendly with these guys. Yeah. So I'm going to put down episode 1 down here below too. Just click down below. You get to see freaking Sam and Max. And there you go. Okay, so that was the end of 1996, I'm sorry. That was when I was in first grade. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I started 1997 just now. I'm sorry. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. Let's continue on in 1997. Beetleborgs Metallics. Yeah, that's like the sequel to Big Bad Beetleborgs because the bad guy actually was like, we should disarm the Beetleborgs. And that's when they took away their powers, especially by getting a artist of their own. And the artists of their own basically helped them take away their powers. And this was basically the end, even though I do have to admit, at the last episode, it doesn't seem like it was really the last episode. I would actually click on it and check things out, but I won't. And of course you can find it on... Oh, wow. Well, anyways, you can find it on... You can find this one actually on Netflix and Shout Factory, even though they were being such a tightwad. They actually had DVDs, and I think they still have DVDs out of Big Bad Beetleborgs, but sadly, when it comes to Metallics, they decided because we're not getting enough money for this, we're not releasing last one. It's like, you could do a box set thing, and if you even try to do a box set, guess what? We were too stupid, we didn't make the last DVD, we don't have complete box set to sell. Well, good job, you just lost freaking crap. But anyways, Big Bad Beetle Metallics, I enjoyed that too. I actually would buy Big Bad Beetleborgs and Big Bad Beetleborgs Metallics just so I can see it in clear view, because way back then you still had analog, and analog was grainy and everything. Heck, even looking at stuff now, I'm like, how the freak was I even able to watch this? Well, anyways, yeah. Next is Chimp Lips Theater. It was actually two two specials they did, and I was able to actually find it on here. And sadly, Chimp Lips Theater does not even get to have a page of its own. So, yes, you can look down below and you get to have some fun. Man, I'm getting some good stuff here I get to watch. Okay, the next one is Eerie, Indiana, and it aired in 1997, but it was reruns from a 1991-1992 show, which I kind of think it sucks that it does this crap. They do this crap. Well, anyways, it says it aired on NBC in 1991 and 1992. And that's a total of 19 episodes. Only one, well, of course, only one season. The final episode aired the first time in 1983, but it was on syndication on the Disney Channel. And the show was rerun on the Disney Channel from 1993 to 1996. And of course, Fox Kids was able to get it, and it lasted only one season in 1998. Oh wait, they did a spin-off. Eerie, Indiana, the Other Dimension. Oh, okay. So apparently, Sins the Father still... Yeah, so still. Anyways, next is Ninja Turtles, The Next Mutation. Sadly, in this one, this one didn't really survive. It didn't really get to have enough to actually end it very, very good. And this was actually one where they actually created someone. They created a brand new turtle, Venus de Milo, which they hated. Yeah, they hated. Yeah, the turtles, the people who created Ninja Turtles in the first place, they hated that a girl Ninja Turtle was there. They hated it. And what's crazy is that they did get 26 episodes, but they didn't really finish up on everything. It kind of seemed like they were just getting started, but yeah. The good news is that you're able to find this DVD, yeah, of 4 episodes, but you're able to find this actually on YouTube. Yes, another good use of YouTube. I'm not sure if it actually is on Netflix. I'm not sure. Let me just take a look right quick to see what it says here. Oh yeah, and the fact that in some countries they dislike nunchucks and it was outlawed, and they actually had Michelangelo have tonfas instead, and it looks like sometimes Leonardo has a double-sided blade called a ninjato instead of 2 takanas, which, yeah, and his size are different. Raphael's size is different. And in some countries, it's called Hero Turtles, The Next Mutation, because technically Ninja Turtles was also outlawed. The word ninja is also outlawed in some places, which, how can you help that? Next up is Power Rangers Turbo, which I forgot to talk about Zeo. But Turbo was the silly one that they actually had to make silly. And this was the first ever Kid Ranger that was a Ranger that was a kid. And this actually took use of Power Rangers Turbo movie. Power Rangers, it was Turbo, a Power Ranger movie. They basically took that to actually introduce it. And of course, like this top says, it says based on a Super Sentai series. And yeah. And basically the dude who played Rocky, which we don't really know exactly what happened. Yeah. And the crazy part is that they had to replace them because some of them actually wanted to do more things. And, oh, yeah, I remember there was there's actually a comics who actually did Power Rangers Turbo versus Beetleborgs Metallics. And later I'll tell you about another thing that occurred. But for right now, yeah, the only thing to say is that they actually had footage, the Super Sentai they based off of Apparently, this was a silly one, and they actually had to make do with silly, even though the previous one actually was very, very saddening, and they did a good job hiding it. Anyways, Power Rangers Turbo was a good one. They replaced their old team with a new team, and the new team, yeah. Yeah. So anyways, next up is Around the Twist. Which Around the Twist doesn't even have a picture, but it says like here is a award-winning Australian children's television series about 3 kids and their father who live in a lighthouse and become involved in many bizarre magical adventures. The good news is that it does have 52 episodes, so that seems like it did good for itself. And I remembered Around the Twist. I remember the actual theme song, kind of. I remember it was stupid as hell, and I don't really want to even... Oh, wow, it says 1989, though. Jeez. Oh my gosh, really? Jeez. Sometimes I just don't like the freaking Google because it just actually said, oh, you want me to look for Around the Twist on images? I'm like, no, you dumb idiot. Like, no, you dumb freaking idiot. Okay, I found Around the Twist episode 1. Because they don't have a picture, I feel sorry for them. So, yeah, I'm putting it down below. Yeah, I have so many things to actually check out. So many things to check out. Seriously. Yo, Throwback Thursday indeed. Around the Twist only survived one season, one freaking year. That's weird. They had 52 episodes and it just... Huh. Well, okay, whatever. Next up is Space Goofs, which it survived 9 years. 2 years, sorry. And it looks like it's French in Quebec, and it says home to rent. And in German, it's stupid invaders. French and Germany joined forces to make this one, and let's see, Channel 4, that's funny. Alright. Okay, so they had 2 seasons, they had 104 episodes. And it looks like, oh, so apparently that's season 2. So season 1 happened from 1997 to 2000. So that means that we might have actually not got all of the episodes we could have. And season 2 happened in 2002 all the way to 2008. So let's see how far this goes. Alright, so with... Oh, holy crap, they had one on my birthday. Well, anyways, it looks like going by the year, we will actually have 35 episodes that would be available to us. And if we continue on to the end of that season, we'll actually have 52. And season 2, of course, so basically they have 52 on one and then 52 on the other. So it evens out. Nice. Okay, anyways, next up is Stickin Around. I remember this one. I do remember this one. Yeah, this one does deserve it, especially if the creator doesn't even have a page of his own. I think since he doesn't have a page of his own, why not actually put Stickin Around on the thing you check out too? Because, well, hey, he deserves to have one. And it looks like there's a DVD too. Man, there's also a DVD. Jeez. It's like, there's also a DVD. Also DVD. And, okay, I found the first episode. So, yeah, I get to see the first episode. It's gonna be cool. Yay. The sad part is that they don't even have the intro with it. So I guess you're gonna have to look at the intro yourself. And look, okay, so you have and action, and part B is Night of the Living Dumpster. I might actually take a look at that one too. Okay, next up is 1998, and this happened in the summer. It started in the summer. Cartoon Cabana. Oh. Shoot, I didn't see Cabana before. And we have some promos. Some dude actually. Huh. Okay, that's weird. So, yeah, there's really nothing that says Cartoon Cabana, and Cartoon Cabana doesn't even have a actual page. Okay, anyways. Next is Donkey Kong Country, and only aired the first episode. Yeah, so they first aired the first episode, but then in Fox Family they continued on, which is what they do. Excuse me. Oh, TV Tokyo. Oh, TV Tokyo did first. Oh, TV Tokyo. And you also had France who actually did it. France and Canada. Whoa. Man, that's crazy. So, yeah. Yeah, moved to Fox Family, while in Tokyo, they took, TV Tokyo actually had it. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then guess what? The fad that was crazy as hell. Hamtaro took over Donkey Kong Country's time slot. Whoa. Whoa. You got defeated by a freaking hamster? Got defeated by a hamster. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. Okay, anyways. Next is Eerie, Indiana, the Other Dimension. The spinoff that they were trying to make brand spanking new in 1998, and sadly it only survived 3 months with 15 episodes, and it came from Canada, of course. Okay, the series revoked the best friends like Eerie and Indiana resides. They are constantly strange and out of the hometown, helping out adventures. Mysterious local bartender Mr. Crawford. Okay. Be careful what you wish for, it might come true. That's the last words in the thing. In the last episode is that they find a legendary animal that's being hunted to extinction. That's interesting. And that's about it. Okay, that's about it. I guess that one does deserve, since it didn't even have a picture of it. I wonder if that... Yeah, I bet chances are... Oh, son of a... Oh my gosh. I hate it when the stupid thing is like, oh, I remember that you were actually looking at this page, even though it was right down below it. I was trying to click down below it, but it's like, I know you were trying to look at this page. Oh, Hulu has it. Hulu actually has it. But... chances are Hulu would actually be a tightwad and say, screw you. You have to have a membership to watch this. Alright, I'm going to click on it anyways just to see what happens. Their program, interruption. Okay, that's good. Okay, so yeah, this is funny. To give you a sadistic choice when trying to watch it, maybe. It says, enjoy your program without commercials, interruptions by playing the Toyota TV trivia game, or you can watch with commercials. That's kind of funny. So to give you the sadistic choice, like in Arrow last night. Oh. Okay. Alright, next one is Godzilla, the series that came from the movie. Yeah, this is another one that actually got a movie. Just because the movie happened, they actually did it. So anyways, yeah, this happened in September 12th, 1998. And it had 2 seasons and 40 episodes. That's quite good. So, let's see. Yep. I technically want to watch this one too. I want to watch this one again. I do really want to watch this again. I do have to admit, the dude that's on here, the one in the far left, I bet chances are he's the one that actually inspired in Jackie Chan Adventures, the dude that was doing the tech. I bet he was the responsible one to help them figure out what he should look like. But of course, we don't have evidence. I'm just saying, doing a comparison on the two, looking at one, looking at the other, you could actually say they might actually have got inspired by it. So anyways, if you don't remember how this movie happened, or how this series happened, basically you had the doctor, I think it's Dr. Dominic. Yeah, so the doctor slipped in some goo, sipped in the mom's goo. I would say goo. And because of that, the baby, Godzilla, as you can see in the movie, that egg hatched and showed that it's not over. So basically, yeah, he slipped down there in the goo, and basically the baby bonded with him because she thinks, or it thinks, he's his mama. It's mama. So that's when he's able to get command of it. Yeah, and then basically they protect the city. When he needs them, he calls Godzilla, and Godzilla comes to the rescue. Alright, next is Mad Jack the Pirate, which sadly it doesn't even have a picture yet again. But it says here, Mad Jack the Pirate is a short-lived 90s cartoon. Ooh. Yeah, it only had one season, 13 episodes. And it looks like, yeah, it admits how it got. Yeah, so it's this one actually is in, along with a few others, are still in Disney's jail. And whoa, that's interesting. This thing says it has 13 episodes, but right here it actually says that it has 23 episodes. I guess they actually wrote it wrong. Well, oh wow, here we go. Selling Fox Family worldwide to Disney for $5.3 billion. Damn. Damn. I didn't even want to talk about that either, but damn. Damn. And y'all fuck damn. Well, anyways, Mad Jack the Pirate Season 1, I'm going to put it down below in the link in the description. So all you have to do is just click and enjoy. Yeah, we got so many things that you're going to click and enjoy if you want to. This is one that really is notorious. The Mr. Potato Head Show. This one actually came on at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I actually was doing something. Or basically, this is the first where I started private school for the first time ever. And basically, I couldn't wake up fast enough at 8 o'clock. Or basically, I just missed this episode. Missed all these episodes or something. I don't know. I had something to do. So it kind of sucked. But the Mr. Potato Head Show, I remember that. I even remember the silly intro it had. Oh, full movie. Full movie. Little full movie. Little full movie. Oh, dang. They actually got it from a freaking VHS. I thought they spliced things together, but oh well. I'll actually watch this one. Yeah, this one's I'm going to watch. I'm going to put it down below too, so you guys get to watch it too. And I also think it's only fair to... There go videos. En Espanol, Toy Story, Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head Show Season 1. Alright, Episode 1. Alright. Does it have... Oh, frick. Yeah, it's stupid kids. You damn kids, get on my damn lawn. Get on my damn nerves, you damn freaking damn kids. I hate you. Get off my lawn. I'm sorry I had to do that. Well, anyways, next up is Mowgli, The New Adventures of the Jungle Book. Well, actually, before I conclude on Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head lasted only 1 year. Oh yeah, I said all that. Okay, good. Okay, next up is Mowgli's freaking story, where they have a real life person, and looks like they had a single season that had 26 episodes. Return of Cold Layers. It's the last episode. Mm. I don't really care about that. And plus, he has a good freaking crap anyway, so it's like, why even bother? Next up is Mystic Knights of Tilnanog. Nog. Sadly, when I was little, I thought it was Mystic Knights of Till Don't Know. Just Till Don't Know, because the ones who were singing it was like, it was like I couldn't really understand it. But anyways, Mystic Knights is Irish American TV series of fantasy of ancient Ireland and Irish mythology. It's basically was the first fantasy series they ever had that involved knights, dragons, and wizards. It aired on Fox Kids blog on September 1st, 1998, and it ended in May 7th, 1999. Here's the crazy part. A second season entitled Mystic Knights Battle Thunder was planned, but later canceled and was budgeted under and was the budget was put towards Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, resulting in the series was an attempt in doing an original non-Japanese special effects rather than adapting the act from actual Japanese tokusatsu. Tokusatsu or whatever. Well, anyways, I wish it actually worked. Episodes were 50. I do have to admit, this one, it's not my fault I wasn't able to watch it because they actually had it. They had it. Yeah, this is part of the whole idea of where they got screwed over. The fact that they kept on mixing crap up. I mean, seriously, they were mixing it up. I was like, stop mixing it up. Stop mixing it up. And I wish I could actually show you some episodes. There's one person that does have the episodes named QK Pines, and she, whatever, actually has it, but it's in bad quality. So you could watch it if you want, but other than that, it's like, the worst part about it has to be the fact of this was a good series. The really messed up part is the fact that they were trying. It actually seems to me that they were trying to do right. They were actually trying to do right. They were actually trying to have their own thing, but some way or another, stupid kids, I'm sorry but to say this, but stupid kids were dumb enough to not watch it, and basically were like, nah, which made them say, well, basically made Toei was like, oh yes, come back to us. Come back to us. You know you want us. You know you want to just use our stock footage. You know you want us. Come back. Which, it was good. It was really, really good. I enjoyed this series. This is the next thing I wish Shout Factory would actually focus on. I wish I got the toys. Yeah, this is the second series, which I didn't mention with Beetleborgs, but this is the second series where I don't even have a toy to actually show. I remember the episode. Remember this thing? I mean, the only things I have is freaking McDonald's toys, which is the bad guy, the blue Mystic Knight, and the gray Mystic Knight. I mean, the water Mystic Knight and the stone Mystic Knight. But sadly, the stone one, his gimmick is completely screwed over, so I'm going to have to break him apart to fix his gimmick. Right now, yeah. Okay, next is Ned's Newt. I remember that. That was a crazy one. That actually... Yeah, so anyways, let's see. 1993 to 1996. Oof. And then 1990, Teletoons 1997, 1998. And then Fox Kids got it 1988 and 1999. And it was later rerun to Fox Family Channel. And then it was in YTV all the way to 2001. And Retro had it. Retro now has it. So anyways, it has 3 seasons, 39 episodes, and /78 shorts. Yeah. Or at least it's good to say that Disney doesn't have this one in its dungeon. Let's see. I'm just gonna check. Now it's two. Yeah, so it released 3 VHS tapes with 2 episodes and 3 more volumes going to be released, but it was scrapped. Ah. Yeah, Ned the Giant Newt, it doesn't even have a picture of it. Damn it, I forgot to spell Newt. oh, I spelled Newt, I just didn't put... Actually, they named it Ned the Giant Newt. Yeah, Ned's Giant Newt, or Ned's Big Newt. But anyways, I remember it. This is just like Sanji and the Snake Dude. Yeah, if you know that one, yeah. That's why I think this one actually gave birth to that. And it looks like someone named Chasm or Castrum actually has it. It's just that I don't see the first episode on here. It's just one thing I would like to do is at least have like the first episode. Oh wow, he has baby blues and everything. Oh frig, I'm gonna submit to you, man. Oh, he has Cyber 9. Holy crap, this guy is a big fat load. He got a lot of stuff. Alright, let me just check to see if he has Ned's first episode. Ned Season 1. There you go. Excuse me. Good guy. Good guy. Alright, so, yeah. 1 minute, let me just... Because I'm actually listening to something while doing this. And I swear, if it's actually picking up, I'm going to be pissed. Because freaking Sony is going to be like, "Oh, that's our music. You're featuring music on your freaking thing. How dare you? You didn't get our permission. How dare you?" Like, screw you, man. Just screw you. Anyways, next up is Power Rangers in Space. I remember this one, heck, when the first episode came on, and it was on a Friday. I remember it was on Friday. I was actually at the barber shop when this happened, and I was hoping to good gracious that I would be able to make it, so I won't be like, mama. Yeah, so basically I got to see this first episode in the barber shop on the old TV, but heck, I'm okay with it. I'm glad I got to see the first one. The first one was good. The first episode was very, very good. Let me read this right quick. Due to misconnection between US and Japan as the contents of the series, much of the space footage was original to the American adaptation. In Space was a turning point in Power Ranger franchise as the series brought closure to 6 season plots and it ended the practice of having regular cast members act in... Oh yeah, that's true. It bears a little similar to Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, and it took a darker and more emotional turn. Yeah, that's true. And also in this one, now I can mention it, is the fact that they got this. The reason why the fifth Ninja Turtle and the Ninja Turtles Next Mutation happened is chances are because of this. Yeah, it was because of they had to have some that they can actually fight. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah. Yeah, so they did have a crossover from Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers, and technically this was actually going... Yeah, I found this out in 2011, that this was actually going to be the end. This was going to be the Power Rangers last season. But luckily, because of Zordon's sacrifice and the good storytelling they actually had, they saved their butts from being canceled. The only messed up part is that now, since they did kill Zordon, they didn't really have a thing to say, oh yeah, Zordon's quantum blast destroyed all evil. But for some reason, evil still came. They never really fixed that. But I digress. Let's continue on. The Secret Files of the Spy Dogs, which I bet chances are this maybe created Cats and Dogs. the movie. This might have had something to do with it, or it could just be mere coincidence. Anyways, basically this was produced by Saban's Entertainment, and it aired on Fox Kids, and it lasted only 1 year. Oof. The good news is that it did have 22 episodes. And they had lots of technologies. Technically, it's kind of like Kids Next Door too, but it's dogs. And they did just say, yeah, it has a season 2. So yeah, it didn't really. Personally, I think a season actually works. Okay. Well, anyways, I think the season actually is good if it has 13 episodes at the most. Or at the least. Yeah, at the least. And that's a season. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, some of them are not really consistent to that, and some are. But anyways, let's see. Spy Dogs. Do they have an episode? Yes, they have a few episodes up here on YouTube. I don't really know where the first episode is, so I guess I'm going to have to go right here and look at the first episode, which is K9/Postal. Okay. K9/Postal. I'm just going to type in Postal just to do that. Just to spice it up. Well, heck, Postal is like part B of it, so that's still the first episode. So, we're good. Man, this is a good find. I'm enjoying this. I really am. So, there you go. That one's going to be down below. You can just click it and enjoy. Man, this is going to be a good one. Too bad it's taking more hours than ever. I thought this actually would just take 1 hour, but no, it's not. Alright, next one is The Silver Surfer. This is one that my mom really enjoyed, but sadly it only had 1 season with 13 episodes. Well, anyways, let's just see if it had like anything that actually was going to say, yeah, it was going to have more seasons and stuff. Let's see. Yeah, okay, that's good. The series was canceled after 1 season. 8 episodes were written for the next season before production was shut down. Oh, dang. And it says, according to Larry Bird, the cancellation was a result of a legal dispute between Marvel and Saban's Entertainment. Oh, way to go, Hyman Sabans. Good job, Hyman Sabans. You freaking screwed over Silver Surfer. I gotta keep that a note. Silver Surfer. Screwed by Sabans. Or Marvel. Yeah, because of the legal dispute. So we don't really know which one actually was the bad one. Yeah, we don't know which one actually didn't have like the good stuff or didn't want to do something or something. But anyways, let's see. Next up is Toonsylvania. Toonsylvania is an animated TV series which ran for 2 seasons in 1998. And in 1998 on Fox Saturday Morning Block, usually a place called the No Yale Motel. Oh yeah, y'all remember No Yale Motel? That contains scary kids shows such as Goosebumps and Eerie, Indiana. In its first season, it was moved to Monday afternoons after September 18th until December 21st. And when it was canceled, it reruns until 2000. It was produced by Steven Spielberg. And same segments and stuff like that. So it only had 19 episodes in all. Changes during the second season. The second season, 2 people left the show. And it was replaced by an Animaniac writer. And then the format changed. Dr. Victor and the character snooping around. All this stuff. Yada yada yada. Night of the Living Fred episode there and everything. Looks like the VHS was released and the video was currently out of print and Okay, so I don't know. So it looks like someone tried to actually DreamWorks Animation tried to put it on DVD, but they're having hard times. And let's see, it says the entire series can be found on Netflix in Mexico and Brazil. Damn, Mexico and Brazil. Mexico and Brazil. Man, wow. Are you jelly? Sorry. Next is Young Hercules. I remember this episode, and I said screw it all. But anyways, the crazy part is that it was Ryan Gosling who got the title role. So Ryan Gosling was Young Hercules. And this actually lasted exactly 1 year and... No, it didn't last a year. Sorry. It didn't last a year. Yeah, it didn't last a year. It basically lasts for 8 months. Yeah, it lasts for 8 months. But it did have 50 episodes, plus the pilot included. Oh, holy crap. Sam Raimi was the executive producer. Oh, dang. Now I have to watch it. Now I have to watch it. Because I like Raimi's work. And now I have to watch it. Man, dang it. Yeah, it looks like you can find it on Hulu and you can find it on Viki. Shoot. Oh, dang it. Man, okay, what's the first episode name? It's like, what's the first episode name? I'm trying to do this. Where's the first episode? Yeah, I need to know what's the episode, man. Where's the episodes? List of Hercules, Legendary Journeys, and Xena Warrior Princess characters. Wow. Shoot, I can't find it. I can't find what's the first episode, so I'm gonna put a pin in that, and because I don't really want to watch it out of sequence like freaking Fox Kids are doing now. Yeah, that's what they did at this timeline in 1998 is doing things out of sequence. All right, next is 1999 to 2002. All right, let's see what we got. So the first one is Avengers. United we stand. United they stand. I didn't like this one. The reason why I didn't like this one is because even though I didn't know about anything, even though I didn't know about anything, the thing is that I just dislike this. I just dislike it because I was hoping to see Captain America, and that's the crazy part is that even though I didn't know about anyone, I just knew that Captain America was awesome. Yeah, even though I didn't know exactly who Captain America was as a character and person, I just knew that if Captain America was in this, it would have been a good one. So, let's see. Oh, it says here that all 13 episodes are streaming on Marvel.com, which I think that deserves to be happening. So I guess I will watch. I definitely want to watch it now because it would be interesting to watch. It's kind of funny. I was like, man, this stupid, man. That's like, yeah, I was a crack. I don't know what to say. I was a kid who just didn't know what was in his face. And because of that, I was like, oh, screw that, man. Like I give a darn. Yeah, so next one is Big Guy and Rusty, the boy robot. Yeah, Big Guy and Rusty was a good one. I mean, this one actually was something where they took a risk, and it was very, very new. And it looks like to me that this actually was an America TV show. And yeah, it didn't do too good. It looks like to me that it only had one season and it had 26 episodes though. Yeah. I definitely want to check this out. And it looks like Creatures Great and Small. Alright, I'm gonna actually look this one up. Because I enjoyed this episode. This episode was good. Yeah, this was a good series. I enjoyed it. I watched it every day. And the sad part is that, oh, some stupid kids were just like me. The fact that they're like this, I'm not going to watch it. So anyways, I found it. It's going to be down below. And I will definitely watch this later. Yeah, there's lots of stuff I'm going to watch now. Okay, next is Digimon. Digital Monsters. Oh, anyways, Digimon Digital Monsters. They had a crazy ride. I enjoyed this one. This one, I bet if I click on here, even though I thought it was American, I think it's actually Japan, right? Yep, Japanese anime. Yeah, it kind of sucks that it actually was like that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not gonna touch any of this. Yeah, I'm not gonna read what their bio stuff is. I'll just tell you exactly what I know. It's that Digimon Digital Monsters basically had 7 Digidestined who fell in the digital world, and they basically got partnered with a Digimon. And basically, you can take it from there, having a good adventure, and they actually did come back to Earth. And then after that, they found out they have to go back to the digital world. And then after that, they found the digital world twisted and crazy and all that stuff. But anyways, I do have to admit, it is a very, very good series. And you're able to actually go to Walmart and buy the first 2 seasons. I mean, the first few episodes. Oh, hell no. The 2 twins from that other thing actually got their own movie. And the movie actually gone straight to video. Ooh. Yeah, you weren't good enough to be in theaters. Oh. Sorry guys, hold on. I'm just doing one more thing. Okay, anyways, okay, so yeah, Digimon Digital Monsters. Okay, so Digimon Digital Monsters, basically that was the whole concept. A few episodes. Heck, I think technically season 1, you actually can. Yeah, so you can actually get the first season, but I think it's technically a few episodes. So yeah. Anyways. Oh yeah, and also it turns out just like the Power Rangers. Sorry guys. 2 things at once. So it's just like Power Rangers. They actually had a secret 8th Digidestined, and it's kind of funny who it was. It's crazy how it was, and the story that they put behind it. But truth be told, Digimon Digital Monsters is very, very good. They even got a movie out. Yeah, they even got a movie out of it. Just like how Pokemon did, too. Sorry, guys. It's really... Okay, anyways, next is the Magician. I really the Magician. I thought he was lame as hell. Yeah, he doesn't even have a picture, but he does have a actual... He does have a page for no picture. And it's from France. And... very rare European episodes to succeed in the US at the time. And once every episode, also the intro is introduced, hitting his chest, the ability to show strong magic powers. That's about it. That's all they got on this. I don't want to do the Magician because, yeah, I don't want to do it. Yeah, so Yeah, let's just say screw it. And then the next one is NASCAR Racers. Screw them too. I hated that. I hated that show. I think that technically started the whole screw freaking NASCAR and everything. Alright, anyways, next up is the new Woody Woodpecker show. And the new Woody Woodpecker show aired from 1999 to 2002. And also, an updated version came too. Oh, it was an updated version. Okay. It had 3 seasons. As a whole, it had 53 episodes. And then as for split pieces, it had 157 segments. Of course, it had 105 with Woody Woodpecker, 31 with Chili Willy, 11 with Winnie Woodpecker, and Knothead and Splinter with 10. Alright, cool. Mom enjoys Chili Willy, though. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy 1999. Now, this one was crazy. I did enjoy it. I wanted the toys. I really did. But when it came to this one, I really wanted the Lost Galacta Beasts. Actually, no. As a kid, I really wanted all of them because I wanted all the Megazords. But did I? No, not really. I was the quiet one. Okay, anyways. Yeah, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, and crazy parts that Power Rangers Lost Galaxy can be found on Hulu, and Vortex, when they first actually started, did have Lost Galaxy in 8 o'clock slot, which was very, very good. It actually was nice and actually had them saying, "We're back. You can't keep Sabans down forever, man. We're going to try to rebuild our kingdom," which technically to this day they are doing a kind of good job, but they could be doing more. They could actually be doing more. It could actually try to save a series from being canceled. A few good series that they could actually get to try to save them. But I don't know. Stuff happens, like they say. Alright, anyways, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy is the one where they actually have a cast without any person from the past. Even though they did have some promos, like for instance, Adam came back. You also had Andros and the rest of the team came back except for Zane, and Zane was nowhere to be found. Corone actually came back, and she became the Pink Ranger, even though you kind of... I'm just saying for continuity purposes, Corone and Zane seems like they were going to have a thing. So doesn't that mean that they should actually have Corone and Zane together? Even though, yes, I know that stock footage wise, Zane would be able to morph and stuff, and then you basically will have him wanting to join the fight, and then they're like, oh crap, we gotta figure out how to actually make this work and all that stuff. But no, I would just be okay with it, and Zane would be like, well, if you need me to morph, I'll be able to morph, I'll back you guys up, and he'll basically will fight unmorph, which I think that would have been okay. That would have actually worked. Instead of being like, where's Zane? Where's Zane in this whole team up thing? That's the thing. Okay, anyways. Next up is Uggy and the Cockroaches. Sadly, he doesn't... There's a few that don't even have dates on them. And because they don't have any dates, it's kind of like a little bit weird. But anyways, he has 4 seasons, 269 episodes. You gotta admit, this guy is quite good. And it looks like that his run time is from 1998 to present. Let's see, where did he... Oh, he came from France. It looks like France actually enjoys this guy. And let's see, in other media, there's been an album named after him. He actually was in some comics. and a few DVDs were actually released of, and he's been in a magazine version of himself, and there actually has been a movie that came out. Dude, yeah, this guy really made it. I mean, even though even though these guys actually said screw Uggy and the cockroaches, it seems like in France he's actually thriving in France, the place where he was made. He's thriving. Sad that it's not like it here. It's not like that when it comes to here. But anyways, next up is Spider-Man Unlimited, the second Spider-Man series. This one actually kind of took place after the first series, but we can't really say it. Anyways, next, what it says here is that it's premiered in 1999. Although it had fair ratings, it was overshadowed by Pokemon, those bastards, and newly debuted Digimon, those bastards, and it was canceled only after airing only a few episodes. Fox later resumed airing the show from 2000 to 2001, airing 13 episodes, the last ending on a cliffhanger. Several scripts were written for season 2, including the conclusion of the cliffhanger, but it was never produced. Boo. Initially, the goal was to do an extremely low-budget adaptation of the first 26 issues of the Amazing Spider-Man comic book, but Sony and Marvel had already engaged in a deal, so Saban's was cut from many sources and could use the traditional Spider-Man suit or adapt the early comics. Also, in the original idea, Spider-Man was stranded in a counter-Earth in which Ben Parker didn't die, and thus Peter Parker lacked the moral fortitude to resist becoming Venom. However, Marvel Comics didn't like the idea and stated that they would not do a story with 2 Peter Parkers. Okay, say what? Yeah, like say what? Let me just think right quick. Let me just have a little thought right quick. So they said they can't do 2 Peter Parkers, correct? There has to be a moment where there was 2 Peter Parkers. The Clone Saga? Yeah. It wasn't really initially 2 Peter Parkers, but technically, the Clone Saga, you had 2 Peter Parkers. And you did two stories behind it, so hypocrites. Let's see, is there any other ones that actually... I'm trying to think, is there any other ones? Is there any other ones that... Other than that, I can't think of any other story where they had 2 Peter Parkers. So, I guess if the clones count, yeah. But anyways, this story, how this began is just the fact that they got a message from Counter Earth, and basically they were underway building stuff and making sure that they'll be able to make it to Counter Earth. And you had John Jameson, who actually was like, all right, I'm going to go to Counter Earth, help them out, and come back. But sadly, Venom and Carnage hitched a ride, and because of that, well, technically, their leader over there in the counter world tractor beamed his spaceship, and he had to fight for his life along with... No, I think Venom and Carnage just jumped out, and yeah. So basically, you had a nice plot going on. The fact that you had 2 plots going on, well, 3 plots, I guess. The first was the symbiotes going there to actually strengthen the synoptic. Yeah, and you had John Jameson trying to help the freedom fighters to free themselves of the reign of... I forgot the name of the head dude. And you had the third story where you had Peter Parker having to deal with saving John Jameson, clearing Spider-Man's name, along with fighting his homesickness. So I guess this is kind of like one of the ones where you had like a comic book, and the comic book didn't do so good, and they didn't get to sell or conclude the ending of it. All right, let's see what we got here. So Disney acquired Marvel Comics anime series, something something. UK was planned to release a DVD in 2009, but Liberation bankruptcy, the Marvel license was reacquired by Vision, who released it on DVD and the 2 disc in May 3rd, 2010. So, oh yeah, you also can find it on Netflix and on Marvel.com, along with actually finding it on YouTube as well. So, if you do want the DVD of this, you actually have to order it online from the UK. Yay, that's happy, isn't it? Happy song. Happy. Next up is Beast Machines, Transformers, Beast Machines, which is just basically, it's take it as you want it. You can actually say Beast Wars ended on a good note, and we'll save it like that. Kind of like how Carrie made it to prom, and then you can continue watching the movie, or you can just turn it off and say that's a good moment to end it on. But if you're like a person who's like, yeah, we gotta finish the movie, Beast Machines is the next chapter in Beast Wars. The fact that they make it back to Cybertron, but since they made it back to Cybertron, freaking Megatron found his way off, and then all of a sudden he actually started harvesting souls of Cybertron. Everyone's souls from Cybertron, and almost everyone from the Maximum line except for 4 people. Sadly, this is also the series where they made Rhinox turn into a bad guy. Yeah, and he got too corrupted that he actually believed himself to be bad, and he finally had his eyes open. Which I guess, if you actually go way back in the episode where Rhinox tried to synthetic Energon and turned evil, it might have had something to do with that episode as well, but hey. Alright, anyways, next up is Cyber 9. Which, let's see, is Cyber 9 at... I'm trying to remember what Cyber 9 is. I think Cyber 9 was actually that freaking saber thing that had... the scepter that had power and crap. Which, Cyber 9 was a piece of crap. I didn't like it as a kid. I don't even want to care about it right now. Heck, even when it was 2004 and I was in Big Lots and I was like, ooh, Cyber 9 toys. I was like, you deserve to be here. Alright, anyways, next up is Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. Sherlock Holmes, that was a good episode. That was a good series. I had a good thought on it. And technically, I think you can find it on Cubo right now. You can actually find it online as well. So anyways, you have 2 seasons, 26 episodes. I didn't even see the ending, but I'll see it eventually, I bet. Okay, anyways. The last one is Cyber 6. With Cyber 6, you can find on the internet. Yeah, I tried looking at this one, but it really didn't work. Well, anyways, let's read it. Cyber 6, genetically engineered superhero who by day masquerades as a male. See, that's what I thought. As a male high school literature teacher. I thought, man, see, I knew this. I knew it. I mean, by day she's a guy, and by night she's a girl. I'm like, what the man? Well, anyways, by night's battle is a mysterious biological weapon from her creator. She aids in her adventures by her younger brother, Cyber 29, who was reborn in the body of a Black Panther known as Data 7. Wow, that's crazy. The extended cast includes Cyber 9's colleagues and love interest Lucas Amaro, a student named Lori who was in love with her male whatever, and a young streetwise boy named Julian, among others. Okay, so apparently this was actually comics. Dark Angel plagiarized Cyber 6. Frick, Dark Angel was good. I enjoyed Dark Angel. Dark Angel was good. I actually might look up Dark Angel. Not this one, though. Yeah, I'm sorry, but not this one. Yeah, because this one's like, the hell, man. It looks like that she was a vampire in another one. And they're sued and all that Nazi background, apparently. Someone had Nazi background and all that stuff. But anyways, yeah, Cyber 6, screw it. I don't like it. Especially the idea that she disguised herself as a man. That's where it's like, yeah, she disguised herself as a fucking man. That's where you basically got screwed over, is the fact that she disguised herself as a fucking man. How the frick do I supposed to enjoy that if you actually have her disguised as a man? I can't do it. Yeah. Especially as someone like me who actually enjoys looking and saying, she's quite a hot girl or something. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that just doesn't work. And plus the theme song, just like Mask Rider, I didn't mention. Mask Rider had a crappy theme song. This one has a crappy theme song. Cyber 9 has a crappy theme song. That's how you freaking lose me. Okay, anyways, next up is the 2000 era. So you have Action Man, which I made fun of Action Man. Apparently Action Man actually existed in 1995, which you can find that in some episode or some kind of crap. But anyways, yeah, Action Man, I made fun of this TV show, but it was quite a good TV show, actually. Yeah, it deals with a guy who was kind of like $1 Million Man, except they just did a little experiment on him. He had a friend, and his friend, the bad guy took over his friend's body, and his friend's memory was actually changed. Yeah, his friend's memory and extra actually was saved on excuse me, a little nanomed. Anyways, let's continue on. Next is Angela Anaconda, which I only remember it on Fox Family and not on Fox, but apparently it did show up on Fox. Maybe it's just this one episode. Excuse me. Well, anyways, it has 65 episodes, and it looks like it's now showing on Stars Kids and Family. And currently no plans for a DVD release. And the first 20 episodes were released in 4 volumes in Australia. And it looks like it's reminiscent to Monty Python's Flying Circus. But as for remembering this movie, remembering this series, the funny part is just the fact of you saw this. You saw the short in Digimon, the movie, and chances are you can never actually watch Digimon the movie without seeing Angela Anaconda's short on it. So yeah, just like no escape at all. Okay, next up is Cyber 6. It's different from Cyber 9 and wait. What's the difference between them both? Man, geez, what the heck? You guys still have this? Yeah, so for some reason, they list it both times. I don't know. And they also list Digimon Digital Monsters. Okay, Digimon Digital Monsters Season 2. I mean, why the heck didn't say Season 2? Dang. Yeah, so Digimon Digital Monsters Season 2, they had a sequel. And this one actually goes with the first one, which is cool. This time you have 3 new onlookers, and you have the secret extra person, the 6th special Digidestined. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I can tell you. Watch it. Yeah, watch it. And chances are you can find it on Netflix. Oh, man. Okay, next up is DinoZaurs. I remember this one. They had this crappy song. Wham, bam, do the dino gym. Oh, the dinosaurs. Yeah, that crappy song. But it was quite good. And it looks like it was actually from Japan. And it's called DinoZone. Okay, let's see if I can find it. I think I found it. Yep, I found the first episode. So why not? Man, I have lots of stuff to look at now. This is crazy. And we have went past the whole 2-hour mark. Yeah, this is crazy. I should have timed it last time I did this. But anyways, next is Dungeons and Dragons. And Dungeons and Dragons is just a rerun of 1983 to 1985 TV show. I remember that. I said that. It sucks. Screw you. I'm not going to watch it. Alright, the next one is Escaflowne. Escaflowne says right here. It's a 26 episode Japanese anime television series produced by Sunrise Studio and etc. etc. It looks like it was made in 1996. Yeah, I kind of hated the fact that you have some TV shows that actually... Let me just check. And it looks like it had a movie too in 2000. So they could actually cash in. But anyways, yeah. I don't like it, the fact that they have so many TV shows where they're like, yeah, we're going to save it on a rainy day. It seems like it for me. It's the fact that they have something that they could actually have done it right as it came out, fresh out of the box. Instead of being crazy enough to be like, anyways, next up is Flint the Time Detective. And that can definitely be found on YouTube. I found it once. I don't feel like finding it again. And it looks like in Japan it was called Space Time Detective Genshikun. Or Jiku Tantai. Okay, Jiku Tantai Genshikun. Yep. The company perhaps is best known for Hello Kitty. Holds the license to time Flint the Time Detective in Japan. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll down and just see what happens with its release. Of course, it talks about the American adaptation on it. Puns and jokes were added. Okay. That's it. I don't think there's anything about saying it's a release or a DVD release, but chances are I bet in Japan they do. It's just that you're going to have to fight the whole idea of it might not be exactly what you want to watch. Well, anyways, next is Monster Rancher, which apparently in Japan is called Monster Farm. And Monster Rancher has 73 episodes, and it lasted from 1999 to 2001. And it looks like, unlike ours, in Japan, the program exists as two separate series. Secret of the Stone Disc and Legendary Path. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy. Of course, there's some changes that's been made, apparently. And it looks like you can find you can find it on eBay. And it looks like you're able to find it at Walmart. Oh, you once were able to find it at Walmart for $1. 2006. And it looks like it's been box set in 2004. A Japanese version. The Japanese version, original version of it has been... Yeah, okay, that's interesting. So, yeah, Monster Rancher is basically this kid who was playing a video game, and he got sucked in a video game. The only messed up part is that the dude didn't have shoes on, so he was going to walk around the whole entire place barefoot, even though he did have rollerblades shoes, or rollerblades. So, yeah. The good news is that he could actually get shoes from the towns, which I did a kind of a marathon, and the first few episodes I saw him not even being like, I need shoes. I mean, one thing I know is that if I'm going in a freaking by accident, I know one thing I'm going to ask is there a place where I can get shoes? Or if not, I'll steal someone else's shoes and say, screw you, hippie. You can get your own shoes. I need shoes now. But anyways, yeah. And for people who are like, ooh, I remember the golden disc or finding that phoenix or finding a special phoenix disc. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to just blow it out of the water for you. I watched the last episode. I watched the last episode, and the crazy part is that the Phoenix that they were looking for so greatly was actually in themselves. The community they created. All the monsters he was able to gather, that is what made the Phoenix. So the Phoenix was not able to be found. Instead, it actually was just... I guess the real thing was just finding a family. Making a family of your own or some kind of crap. Okay, anyways, next is Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Well, anyways, this had the Megazord I wanted the most. I almost got the Megazord, but sadly my dad said, put it down. So, anyways, Super Train Megazord, the first... So yeah, you have the first American Power Ranger, and of course, I didn't mention, but in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2, we had our first American-made villain, which sadly, it gave kids nightmares, and parents had to write into Fox saying, Lord Zed is scary. He's very scary. Our children having nightmares. We've got to do something about this. And that's why Rita Repulsa came back and they had the marriage and made him silly. Yeah, so that's why, for anyone who was like, Lord Zed was cool, but after the marriage thing, you made him kind of silly. That's why. So many freaking stupid parents writing to them saying, my children are getting nightmares. If they're having nightmares, make them stop watching the dang show. It's called Man Up, damn it. It's called Man Up, children. Man the fuck up. I'm sorry, but yeah, I enjoyed Lord Zed. I wasn't scared at all. But of course, I do have this special ability where I can't really get bad dreams if I watch horror movies. Any horror movie you show me, I'm able to have a good night's sleep, except for one exception. But it's not nightmares, it's more like paranoia. Yeah, so anyways. Yeah, it's called Man to Freak Up, children. Man to Freak Up. I mean, if you get scared while watching Lord Zed, then don't watch Lord Zed. Yeah, I mean, that's how it goes. It's like, if you really, really, really want to watch that TV show, then you're going to have to learn how to not be scared by him. I'm just saying, you have to learn how to be not scared. Not scared. Okay? Thank you. That's how I would teach my children. It's the fact that, okay, well, if you're afraid of it, then don't watch it. He's like, yeah, don't watch it. That's all you have to do. And that's it. That's how you freaking do it, children. That's how you do it, parents back then. That's how you do it. Is tell them, don't watch this TV series if it scares you. Anyways, next up is Real Scary Stories, also known as Scary But True. And it happened in 2000. And sadly, it doesn't even have a... I could have sworn I actually read it. I read this page, but apparently it doesn't have a page. But anyways, what I've heard is just that it actually existed a long time ago. It actually existed in the 90s, maybe even the 80s. And it was Canada-based again. Again, Canada-based. Next up is Alienators Evolution Continues. Man, this one came from a movie as well. Yeah, this one actually did come from a movie, which it says right here. Moderately successful live action feature film Evolution. Which, man, it didn't freak me out, but I would just say the whole thing in the tank. Oh my gosh. And then the cute one that they made, but his tongue is scary. Dang. Yeah. And I can tell you one thing. I would be freaked out if I actually saw the actual evolution of him. Oh, and you can buy it on Amazon apparently. But the actual evolution, the fourth and final evolution, if we saw that in movie form, I would basically freak out. I was like, to be paranoid for a few days. Well, not a few days, maybe just like one night, but still. Dang. Alright, is there anything else I need to admit about that? I don't think so. I think we're good. Oh yeah, real scary stories will be down below since... Yeah. I don't think it'll be the first episode, but still, it's the one I was able to find. Alright, next up is Digimon Tamers. Which, I don't think it called it Digimon Tamers. I think they just called it Digimon Season 3. So anyways, Digimon Season 3, this time, it doesn't deal with... Okay. It doesn't deal with the world that they created in previous seasons. Instead, this one is actually what if it was a TV show and they're doing like real life. So like in our world, what if the Digimon cards and the blue card was existent in the fact that you're able to have a Digimon in real life? And I think you're able... No, you're not. Yeah, in the future seasons, you actually will see the fact that you're able to store a Digimon in a freaking Digivice. But for right now, no. They're working at it, though. Sadly, Jinai is never here anymore, but you do get to see Leomon make his faithful return. Only to see right in your face him killed by freaking Beelzemon. Yeah, poor Jerry. Yeah. Which, it comes to the point of this one actually is more gruesome because there's no freaking Digi-Egg. Oh, wait, no. It's the fact that he absorbed his data. Yeah, so if he didn't absorb his data, he'll come back as a Digi-Egg. But since he absorbed data, they're not going to come back. Which, of course, you would figure, why not have Digimon Tamers not have that, but the Season 5 of Digimon should have it. Because because every single time they're like, destroy them all. Beat the Digimon. Oh crap, it comes back into Digi-Egg. Throw the Digibag in the digital world. Oh crap, another one ripped open, he comes out. Yeah, it would be a lot more helpful if you switched the roles. So that means that in Digimon Season 5, if they defeat the Digimon, absorb their data, they won't come back. Yeah, you got a bit... While in Digimon Season 3, that means that Jerry could actually hold on to Leomon's Digi-Egg and not turn into that thing. No, she got absorbed by that thing. But anyways, I guess we'll end it off by saying the person who played Rika did so well to bring her out. I mean, I didn't see it Digimon Tamers, the actual Digimon Tamers, but I fell in love with Rika. I really did. I fell in love with Rika. And when I found that freaking bastard who has Justicemon, no, Cyberdramon, I was like, hell no, you're going to date Rika? I'm like, oh, well, have her then. She apparently likes you. But thank goodness that later on they released a movie that freaking Disney hid from all of us. And actually showed that Rika, even though it seemed like she actually kind of liked him, she's not really in love with him. So that means I still have a chance. Even though it's been some years now and I'm older than her. Even though technically she would still be older than me because... Yeah, it's like right here. 2001, 2002, I was 11. She was 13. Meaning that she'll actually be 25, 26 years old. Yeah, so for anyone who's like, ew, that's gross. A 13-year-old and you both are 10 years apart. I'm like, she was 13 when I was 11. So technically. Next up is Kong, the animated series. I remember this one. And let's see. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so it came out in 2000. It had one season, had 40 episodes. it aired reruns of the first 13 episodes, but Jared X was able to get it, and also did a prelude to the release of Peter Jackson's King Kong, and also did a direct-to-video. The series was released as Kong, the King of Atlantis in 2005, and Kong Returned to the Jungle in 2001. And he had 2 video games named after him. That's all I got on it. Okay, next up is the Luchadores. Los Luchadores. I remember this one, and geez, they don't even have anything on this. Yeah, they don't even have crap on this one. I mean, you had Lobo. Yeah, Lobo Fuerte. Yeah, they tell you some of it. They have Lobo Fuerte, Turbine, Maria Valentine, Laurent, Whelp. Well, anyways, I just remember Lobo Fuerte. I also remember Turbine. I do remember Maria Valentine, but I don't actually remember her name. I just remember that I know her. You get to see the intro to it. And you're able to find it. Okay, so I see someone did put it on YouTube, but I see episode 14. Oh, I Chihuahua. Yeah, okay, so they do have it in there. I Chihuahua is the first episode, but I'm trying to find it. Let's hope this guy actually does. Oh, I was about to say, ooh, someone has it, but no, that's just a common writer. Oh, crap. It doesn't seem like he might have it. Yeah, he might not have it. He just has... Man, this is stupid. Well, anyways, yeah. I wish I could actually do something about it, but no. There's really no doing it if I'm not able to do it. Okay, I'm going to rush through the rest of them so I can have some food and stuff. Okay, next is Metabots. Metabots is a great show. Sadly, Metabots got canceled after the first season. Oh, screw it. I'm going to have to do a lengthy one on this one, because this one actually is a good one. So, let's see. Yeah, 52 episodes, and Fox Kids had it for close to actually it had a year and a month. Oh, one is the channel's highest rated new series at all time. And I think, yeah. So basically, if Fox Kids still existed after 2002, they would still have Metabots showing. So it's not actually their fault that Metabots actually went because something happened. Okay, next is Mongolia Nights, which is just a card game stuff with another reality world and all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah. You can find it on YouTube. Next is Moolah Beach, which I would like to say, boo crap. Moolah Beach sucks. And apparently it later went to ABC Family. And of course, apparently it helped Duration, which was on Discovery Kids. It had 13 episodes. I didn't give a crap about it. I say screw it. Next is Power Rangers Time Force. Yeah, that was awesome. Of course, this is actually a cover-up, something called Power Ranger Deaths. This was the second one, and the first one was in season 1. So anyways, yeah, Time Force, West, Jin, the green dude, the blue Asian. That's not right to say that. Hey, I'm going to just say black, yellow ranger. See, there you go. See? Yeah, I said Asian and I said black person. See? I screwed both of us over. Okay? Yeah, so don't get pissed. I said both of us. Yeah, I said back us both. Oh, at least, no, technically the Yellow Ranger was quite of a loudmouth sometimes too. Yeah, but I think she has curves. Yeah, I think the Yellow Ranger has curves, and when she goes into the suit, she doesn't have that much curve. Yeah, anyways, yeah, let's get away from that. The Ripping Friends. I remember this. It doesn't even have a picture. And it says right here that it was actually premiered in September 2002. September 22nd. I bet it's because I'm hungry. 2001. And it was canceled the next year. But Adult Swim was picked it up. And Canada sometimes airs it. And that's about it. Which, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this series. This series was crazy. I'm going to actually look this one up. Oh, yeah. Yep, it's on YouTube, alright. Yeah, thank you. Man, I'm going to have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, because this is not going to... Yeah, I can't do this all day long. Yeah, I don't have that much time. So it looks like, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check this out, man. Let me check one more thing. How many episodes did they say it has? 13. Okay. I'm just doing some math. The fact that the dude says... It says right here that he actually has 16. Oops. It says that he actually has 16 videos. So there's a chance he has the whole entire collection. Alright, next is Roswell Conspiracies, Aliens, Myths, and Legends. I don't remember this whatsoever. It looks like this was actually something from 1992. Wow, folklore. Okay, yeah. I'm going to stay away from this. I don't remember it, though. Transformers Robots in Disguise. It took them way long to actually get to this. Alright, let's see. Japan has... Yes. Oh, wow. This is a Japanly made. Yeah, they're going to secretly try to say Japan made Transformers, which, no, they didn't. They didn't. You know how Transformers came to be? Transformers came to be because Marvel wanted to make another world. I mean, look it up. Look it up. The original one, not the one that happened recently, like a few years ago. Okay, next one is the Zack Files. Yeah, I remember Zack, but anyways. The Zack Files is a science fiction that provokes a young boy played by Robert Clark, who is a magnet for paranormal activity and attends Horace White High School for Boys along with his three friends Cam, Gwen, and Spencer. What? Wait. High school for boys and yet you say Gwen? I guess that must be our school friend. Zack manages to get himself out into trouble with his paranormal adventures, and it's up to his friends to help him set things straight. The series is based on a series of books with the same name, and in 2004, Gold Hill Home Media released the first season on DVD. Oh, so it has 2 seasons, and it has 52 episodes. So let's see, how far is it? Okay, that's good. Wow, technically I would say this is actually 4 seasons because they have both of them 26 episodes. Yeah, it looks like Zack Files actually deserves to be mentioned, especially he doesn't even have a name. Yeah, it doesn't even have his face on there. Library of No Return, but sadly it's been cut up into pieces because I bet whoever uploaded this, yeah, didn't learn about the whole... YouTube actually allows videos up to some hours on now. Which, yeah, I mean, if they still had this concept, that means I have to cut this up in so many pieces. It's not even funny. Well, anyways, now it's down to the last 2. Galador, Defenders of the Outer Dimension. I hated that. Lego even got into the spirit of this. Technically, I would say this is a good part for Zord Builder. I would have rather Zord Builder started way back here instead of Lego actually having Galador. But anyways, yeah, whatever. And lastly is Power Rangers Wild Force. My gosh, can I tell you something? So, in the last of Power Rangers Time Force, you know that every single time after and I think it started in Power Rangers Zeo, is that you get a glimpse of the next set of Rangers. So in Power Rangers Time Force, they actually showed Wild Force at the last episode, and it came with the song that I was like, man, that's awesome. And then when it comes on, it's like, Wild Force. Well, us Power Rangers didn't take the forever. Instead of something so good. So, anyways, it's basically because Disney made a transaction, like I said, but $5.3 billion? Holy. But, anyways, yeah. Power Rangers Wild Force. The first 26 episodes was shown on Fox Kids, and then Fox Kids then got canceled. And I remember they got the Spy Kids. Yeah, they got the girl and the boy to reveal Foxbox. And of course, I remember when the magazine stopped showing up, I was writing to him saying, hey, I didn't get my magazine yet. What's going on? Yeah, so it turns out that Fox Kids was no more wherever their base was, which I bet I can actually look on my magazine and get Bruno and Mia to actually do like one survey to actually show us where where Fox Kids was based at. Yeah, I think I should do that. I might do that. But yes. Yeah, it was really bummer. It sucked. It sucked when it ended. But anyways, yeah, Wild Force came, and then Wild Force actually went to ABC, which it says right here, remaining episodes aired on ABC. No, yeah, okay, ABC Kids. I thought it said ABC Family, but yep. And then ever since, ABC had control of Power Rangers until recently. But anyways, yeah, this is the end. Thank you for listening to my throwback. This was a good one. Next up will actually be next week on Thursday, where I actually look at Kids WB's archives. So thank you for listening, and I am done. Peace out later.